Hey, girlfriend, you know who you are. You have big, big dreams. You want to write a book, stand on a TED Talk stage, be a life coach offering wisdom from your RV in Montana, a cafe in Barcelona, or a beach chair in Tulum. Your other girlfriends and your family, they don't always get your biz savvy. Why do you want to leave your JOB? Because you're a C.A.T.S, aka coach, author, thought leader, and speaker. Meet other change makers like yourself and find out how they make it happen. This is the Big Meow podcast.
All right, Cats, it's Kristen. I'm here today with Rumyana Nyathi. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Kristen. I'm super excited. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. So let's just jump in. Tell us a little bit about your business and who you serve.
Yes, of course. So I'm Rumyana Nyathi, and I'm the founder of the Coaching Queens. So this is my company. It's a coaching company dedicated to empowering women to say yes to themselves and their dream business ideas, big or small. As an entrepreneur coach, my passion lies in nurturing and uplifting women business owners and aspiring entrepreneurs to, with desire for more in life, to overcome any limiting beliefs that they're keeping them stuck so that they feel empowered to start and grow their own businesses with purpose and fulfillment.
I love that name, Coaching Queens. I mean, we all want to be
Coaching
a queen,
Queens,
right?
yes, yes, exactly.
So do you have a philosophy or what's something that's kind of like a guiding force inside your business?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Do you know what? I do have a philosophy. There's two prime values, almost I would call them, that guide me in my life and in my business. The first one is you can't pour from an empty cup. And what I mean by that is that, if you don't look after yourself, if you don't practice self-care and self-love, you can't show up and give to others. And I'm a busy mom of three children. I'm a wife, I'm a business owner, and I've learned the lessons that, if you don't look after yourself, I've been there, I've suffered the detrimental effects of burnout. So I really I just want to promote that, for especially for a business owner. You've got to look after yourself. And I made a vow to myself to love and care for my body, for my mind, and for my soul, so that I can be more, I can do more, I can have more, and I can give more.
I think that's such an important thing is that we don't allow ourselves to get burned out. I mean, especially as entrepreneurs,
Correct.
we wear so many hats, we have so many projects, and then especially as coaches or guides or mentors, then we're helping others. So, one of the things I've noticed, even with myself, because I've been doing this for a long time, it's like after a day of 8 coaching calls, I'm tired, right? Like it's like if I don't do the stuff for myself in the morning, sometimes by the end of the day, I'm just forget it. It,
Exactly.
I think that we have to have processes and systems in place that work for us, right? Like what works for someone else may not work for us. But how can we navigate around burnout? Or if we are burned out, how can we rejuvenate ourselves?
Yes, I mean, it's a scary place to be, like I said, and I found myself there because I was just living such a busy life. And it's just taking a pause and taking yourself out of, whatever you are, and just taking some time for yourself. And it is important to have a network, or your close, either friends or family, and being truthful to say, here, I've got to make some adjustments, and ask for help, because it's not always easy to make that adjustments and get yourself out of situation of total burnout, because we're not only talking about the physical, we're talking mental, emotional. When you've got to run a business and look after a family, it's so difficult. So just taking that pause, and then looking for a support network who can support you to take some time off, and really, like I say, you can't pour from an empty cup. You've got to look at that self-love, love and care, so that you're back on your feet, and you're back to your full energy, but it is a scary place to be. So I think prevention is better than the cure. So just that's why it's important to have those routines and little self-care practices help us on a daily basis to avoid the burnout and to have all that energy that will take us through the day.
What are some of your routines that you use? I'm just curious.
Yes, I mean, I try and get time for myself first thing in the morning, because once I'm up and I'm going, that's it, there's no stopping. So I wake up 30 minutes earlier before the kids have got up, before I need to run to school and do all the business stuff. I get 30 minutes for myself, and in those 30 minutes, I dedicate those for my physical health and also for my mental health. I take a 30 minutes walk, and I listen to an audio book, to a podcast. So while I'm getting myself moving, getting some energy, I listen to some uplifting content or sometimes even music. But those 30 minutes, first 30 minutes in the morning, are all for me. And before bedtime, I'm a Christian, so I take 10 minutes or so to say my prayer, read the Bible. That's food for my soul, and it's made a huge difference when you implement those 30-40 minutes routine positive habits in your day. They can make a huge difference.
I agree with that. It's interesting, by just adding that little practice in the morning and then something at the end, the whole time in between, it just goes smoother. If there's some flash of guidance or inspiration, it'll just come in effortlessly. It's like you just get in a flow. I think
Exactly.
you even sleep better at night. I mean, it is amazing, the power. Like, we all in the society that we live in feel like we always have to be doing something, right? We got to do it. We have to push, do, achieve. But I feel like one of the realizations that I had many years ago is by actually being and sitting in that zone of, reflection, whether it's prayer, meditation,
Yeah,
mindfulness, it can be a variety of different things, like you said. It just,
combination. Yes.
yeah, it creates like this magnet for synchronicities to come in and insights and things like that.
Exactly. And you're so right to say that, because in the morning when I wake up and take a walk or out, go to the gym, the first 10-15 minutes, I just spend them in silence. I love nature, so just walk and listen to the birds. And those 15 minutes, surprisingly, are the moments where I get all the ideas for my projects, for my plans for the day. And I get, aha, I haven't thought of this. Last night I was trying to problem solve something, and I wake up, and because I've allowed that space and time for my mind to process and just to relax, I get all these brainstorming ideas are coming to me. It's amazing. It's made a huge change. I don't miss a morning where I don't take that 30 minutes for myself.
You are listening to the Big Meow podcast, empowering women entrepreneurs to share their voices, make an impact, and transform the world in a positive way. Sponsored by Orange Cat Content Marketing Agency.
Yeah, I know I had, I mean, they're adults now, but I had 3 small children in the home too. So I always had to get up before them. And it was pretty early some days before they would get up. But I know that practice, even then, no matter how busy you are, it makes such a huge difference. Do you have one piece of advice for, all of us cats to, implement some of these positive things we want to bring forward into our lives?
Definitely. And it was just part of the philosophy. So it's definitely self-care and self-love. And I wanted to say something about if you want a change, if you want a transformation of just to design a new life, you need to be ready to step out of your comfort zone. You need to be prepared to try different things, learn new things. So that's one thing that you need to embrace in your daily life. Always look for learning is something that is, again, I embrace and enjoy so much. So if you want a new life, be prepared to do new things. And one piece of advice linked to that is what has helped me, and I know for a lot of women it's always a trouble. We keep comparing ourselves with other women, or if you're running a business, you compare yourself with other business. But if you invest all this energy and time in yourself, just compare with yourself how you were yesterday, and just make it a focus. on you and try today to do something a little bit better than yesterday. Might be your time management, your budgeting, or your networking, whatever it is. Just focus on you. The only competition is you. And you'd feel so much more positivity. You would feel that you feel the habit of continuous learning, which again, like I say, it's a huge belief in mine that if you focus on your learning and development, you don't need to compare yourself to anyone else. Just invest in you and put all your energy in your development, in your self-care. It's made a huge change in my life.
I love that, because I do feel like it is tempting to look around and see where other people are, what they're doing. Their lives might look more on track or magical or whatever. And
Exactly.
we don't know the whole picture. I mean, especially with social
No.
media, we don't get to see behind the veil, right? So we don't really know what's going on. We don't know, what people are dealing with or navigating around. And so I think at the end of the day, you're right. It's our journey. It's our life. It's up to us. And it was liberating for me as well to just think, well, what's the one thing I can do today that kind of helps me just move towards what I'm guided to move towards? And it just takes a lot of pressure out of the whole evolution of what we're trying to do
Absolutely.
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're like, okay, I'm just going to focus on this one thing. And all of us can focus on one thing. It's when we're getting to like 3, 4, 5, 7, 10. That's when I
Yes.
think, the wheels start to come off. So what's
Yeah.
next for you? Yeah.
Definitely it's a win-win situation where you focus on yourself, you grow yourself, and you leave all that toxic, stress of thinking of worrying about someone else. I'm super excited to be, having gone through this transformation, having embarked on the coaching journey. I'm a qualified coach, personal performance, and a small business coach. And I've run several family businesses in the hospitality sector. So I think what I've realized for myself is just I've got so much drive and passion to put all my experiences, good and bad, into to channel them and help women like myself, an entrepreneur, a businesswoman who's had a journey of struggles to help other women to navigate and support them to say yes to themselves and their dreams, because it's taken me a while to believe in my dream, setting up this coaching business. And I want to empower the women to believe in their dreams, small or big. Invest in your learning, invest in your development, say yes to yourself, because otherwise you'll just be stuck working on someone else's dream or being stuck in a job. Nothing wrong with a job as long as it's aligned with your purpose and your value. But I am so passionate about seeing more women saying yes to themselves and trusting their passions and whatever they want to do in life, so they get that fulfillment and joy where it doesn't feel that they're working. It feels like they are living a life on purpose and fulfillment. So yes, I've got the Coaching Queens business. I'm working on a book as well, and it's amazing what opportunities have opened my way the past few months. Since I said yes to myself, I've just magically connecting and networking with like-minded women. I've just embarked on a 1-year business academy leadership program with Sage Levine. She's an amazing woman that's empowering women. So I'm just so happy and excited to have joined that program. And I just look for inspiration. I look for inspiration from women like Lisa Nichols, Mel Robbins, and it's amazing how much positive change we can bring to the world if we live a life on purpose, where we are just full of energy, full of so much true and authentic energy that we bring to the world. It changes not only us, but it changes the world around us. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Rumyana, where can we find you?
Well, I have my website that is just being kind of invented. So I'll have it launched very soon this week, Coaching Queens. I'm on Facebook, Coaching Queens. You can connect with me on Facebook, and I'd be growing my audience. I'm there on LinkedIn as well. So really looking to connect with more like-minded women. So find me on Facebook. My website is going to be published very soon this week. I just had to change a few things on the website, but it's really a pleasure to have been invited to this interview. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you looking for authentic connections, business mentorship, and a supportive community? Join C.A.T.S Network. Thank you for listening to the Big Meow podcast. Please subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and share this episode with your community.